Hi Sevens. So this video is going to be about obviously percentages, but some shortcuts that you can use to answer questions. So these shortcuts may work for you, it may not, but it's good to keep in mind when you come across more questions. So this is in the Year 7 book, exercise 7.7, common percentages and shortcuts. So this table is showing you common percentages and their fractions. So 1% we know it's 1 out of 100, 5% 1 out of 20, etc. So if you have these in the back of your mind, most of you guys are familiar with this. For example, 25% you know it's a quarter. For example, 33 and 1/3 is the same as 33.33333, the same as 1/3. 50% is half, etc. So this is just a table that kind of summarizes common fractions and percentages that are used. When you guys get a question, for example, if it says find 10% of something, it's really easy to solve, especially when it's out of 100, right? So when questions get a bit more complicated, we're going to use the easy ways to answer it. So these shortcuts. So let's have a read of this. So finding 10% without a calculator is quite easy. All you do is move the decimals. So what I mean is, let's say if I say 10% of 340, and what you'll be doing is, we know that if you have 340 like this, we know there's a magical decimal place there. Because it's 10%, it's only 1 0, you move the decimal place once here, which is equivalent to 34.0. So 10% of 340 is 34. So finding 10% of a number is easy. You just move the decimal place once. So because we know 10% is quite easy to find out, we can find out 5%. So if I ask you what is 5% of 340, 5% of 340, we know that 10% is 34. So 5%, because here to here we've halved it, on this side we're going to half it as well. So half of 34, sorry, is 17. So that means 5% of 340 is 17. I know it looks a bit messy here, but let's just go back to these notes. So you can then easily find 5%, half of 10, and 15%. So if you wanted 15, what you need to do is add the 10%. So we know the 10% is 34. Is 34. We know that the 5% is 17 because we've halved it. Therefore, 15% should be when you add those two together. And in this case, it is 51. So 15% of 340 is 51. So just using those tricks to answer questions easily, quicker, using the shortcuts is what this exercise is about. So what I want you guys to try, we'll leave these questions. I want you to try these yourself. For 10% of each of the following, so find 10% of 37. I want you to try it. That will literally take you 10 seconds to do. Okay, so have a look at these questions here. So it says find 5% of 180, find 20% of $7. I'm just going to put this onto a new slide so we can do it separately. What I want you guys to do is write this question out, pause the video and try it yourself using the shortcut method. So we know that if we were to find 10%, sorry about the multiplier, of 180, move the decimal place once, so it becomes 18. Therefore, to find 5% of 180, we will have to half it because we've halved it here, which means half of 18 is 9. So 5% of 180 is 9. Hopefully you guys got that right. All right, same thing with this. Pause the video, try the question, and see how you go. Okay, so again, I'm just going to stick to 10% because that's the easiest one to do if my pen works. 10% of $7 is we're going to move the decimal place. Again, if it's easier, put it into cents. So we can change this to 700 cents. It's easier, which will equal to 70 cents or 0.70. So if you want to find 20%, we have doubled it, right? We've multiplied it by 2. So that means we're going to multiply. It doesn't matter in this case what it is. If you use cents or dollars, that's fine. I'm just going to stick to dollars. Multiply this by 2, which is $1.40. So 20% of $7 is $1.40. So hopefully you guys got that correct. All right. Now when questions get a bit more complicated, we can also use the shortcuts as well. So in this case, instead of doubling and halving, how about if you get a question like this where it says finding 12% of 53? So what you do is that 12%, we're going to break it up into 10% and 2 1%, because we can find the 10% easily and we can find a 1% really easily. So what you do is you find the 10%, then you find the 1%, and you double it because we've got 2 of them, and then you add them together. So I'm going to do the question on the next page. Okay, so I'm going to find 10% first. So 10% of 53, so let's assume that it's in dollars, so it just makes it a bit easier. So $53 is, remember we moved the decimal place once, so it's $5.30. Then we're going to find out 1% of 53, which means you move the decimal place twice, so this becomes 0.53, and we know that we're trying to find 12, so we're going to multiply this by 2. Sorry guys, some editing issues with the computer, but like I said, we're going to multiply this by 2, so 0.53, I'm just going to add them together. This 3 plus 3 is 6, 0, 1, so $1.06. $1.06. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find 12%. So 12% of $53 is $5.30 plus the $1.06, which results in $6.36. So what we've done is to find 12%, we broke it up into 10 and 1 because we can do that quite easily. We doubled the 1% because there's 2 of them. If it was 13%, we're going to times it by 3. If it was 14%, we're going to times it by 4. So that is the little trick that you guys can do. Once you found out each one, you just add them together. Like I said, this shortcut, there are other multiple ways you can work this out. This is just a shortcut way. Things you could also do in your head. What I want you guys to do next is try this question by yourself. See how you go, do the same working out. And once you're done, I want you to do the following Jack Plus questions. So 5AE, this is pretty sure it's I. It's just capital L. I'm not sure why it changed into a capital I, sorry. So 5AEI, 7 and 9 to 14, all in your book. You don't need to upload it on OneNote, and then check your answers at the end. And then we'll discuss any hard questions you have in the next lesson. All right, see you guys later.